So what if your appointments didn't end until your questions ended? What if you could reach your doctor directly, not a portal, not a phone tree? You could actually reach them when something came up. And what if one doctor could help you with various things like your metabolic health, your hormone health, everyday care, and they can help you connect it all? Guess what? That's not a fantasy. It's a different way of practicing medicine, and today I'm going to show you exactly how it works. Hello, my name is Dr. Lola Ashaye. I'm a board-certified family medicine physician and founder of InTouch Primary Care in Sugar Land, Texas. And I specialize in primary preventative care and also menopause care. And I help both men and women finally get real answers about what's happening in their bodies. So let's get into it. So these days, people come to me sometimes and they're carrying something I've started to recognize on site. It could be a folder or they're scrolling through their notes app. They're full of questions, often left over from years of appointments that ended before they ended the appointment. So one person told me that they'd started writing down everything because they'd learned to expect maybe one question will be answered before the visit was over. So at their first visit, they braced for the rush, and then it didn't come. We actually had time to go through their whole list, to look at the full picture, to talk through their sleep, to talk through their hormones, to talk through their allergies, and all the things they'd been living with. And we came up with a plan together. And at the end, they told me they were a little stunned that they couldn't remember the last time a doctor's visit felt like that. That feeling of being unhurried and known shouldn't be a luxury. That's the way care is supposed to feel like. So let me show you how it's actually done and how you can actually have that. This model is called direct primary care, and here's what it actually means in practice. 4 things that could change everything. The first thing that happens in a direct primary care practice is time and direct access. So instead of billing a rushed visit to insurance, patients pay one flat membership, and in exchange, their visits are unhurried. You can reach me directly between visits by phone, message, by video. The relationship doesn't start every time you come in, it actually builds. The second thing is you have one doctor for the whole picture. This is the part many people are surprised by. The same membership covers unlimited visits, so no copays, no deductibles. When you walk in, we just start the visits. We have the time to go through chronic conditions, metabolism, and everyday things that life throws at you. We go over each one in detail, so it's a relationship, not a scattered handful of rushed visits. The other thing that we offer is medications. So medications are included in the membership, and those that are not are available with wholesale pricing, often at a fraction of what people expect. So the cost of getting well is something you can actually see and plan for instead of surprises at the pharmacy counter. The fourth thing is wholesale labs and imaging. So the testing we talked about in the series, the fuller picture that a rushed visit skips, well, it becomes far more affordable through wholesale pricing on labs and imaging. So no mystery bills weeks later. You know the cost before you decide. And because I'm now licensed in several states, for many patients, a good deal of this can happen through telehealth, even if you're not in Texas. So let me pause here because I know some people have never heard of this kind of care, and you didn't know it exists. And if this was you a few minutes ago, I encourage you to please share with someone who has been settling for rushed, fragmented visits and didn't know that there was a different way of doing things. Please go ahead and share. Knowing your options is the first step for better care, for them and for you. So you might be thinking, isn't this just expensive concierge medicine for wealthy people? And that's a fair question, and the honest answer is no. This is not the same thing. This is a flat, transparent membership, and because it often lowers what you pay for labs and medications, many people find it predictable and not more expensive. The whole point is to make good care simple and affordable, not exclusive. The other thing you may have heard, you may wonder, well, I already have insurance. Why will I pay for a membership? Well, direct primary care isn't meant to replace your insurance. It works alongside it. all those things we talked about, the hurried visits, the surprise bills, all of that is not, you don't have that with direct primary care. You can keep your insurance for emergencies, but the membership is for day-to-day primary care to help you build a relationship, give you access, time, continuity, and many things that the insurance visits cannot provide. So the other thing to consider is insurance isn't always guaranteed in today's world. It can change with switching jobs. It can change when you start your own business, or simply you may not have it if you're visiting from out of country. And in those moments, your membership means your care does not stop. Your health keeps going even when your coverage doesn't. So that's the thing. It doesn't matter, even if you have health insurance, you can still use your membership to help support your care. And as I mentioned earlier, even if you're out of state, you may not be able to have an in-person visit, but a lot of ongoing care can be managed virtually. The best way to find out if this will be a good fit for you is a quick consult. So you might be thinking, is this really medical care? Yes, completely. It's the same board-certified, evidence-based family medicine you'll expect from any physician, but it's been structured to give you more time, access instead of less. The medicine isn't different is the experience. So if everything in this series has felt like it was describing your life, the normal labs that didn't match how you felt, the fear around your options, the rushed visits that never connected the dots, and you want to know that there's a different way, and the door is open. Book a free 15-minute consult at InTouchPrimaryCare.com. The link is in the description, and we can go from there. We can have a real conversation about what you are experiencing and whether this kind of care is right for you. And as always, everything I share here is general education, not personal medical advice. So this consult is simply the place where we can finally become personal. So imagine a doctor who has your number, knows your story, and doesn't rush you out the door. Imagine one place for your care, your chronic conditions, your metabolic health, your hormone care, and everyday things, all handled by someone who has the time to do it well and connect the dots. Imagine making decisions about your health from a place of information and trust, not fear and frustration. That's the kind of care I believe everyone deserves, and it's closer than you think. It's actually accessible. So thank you for spending time in this series, and I will see you at the next one.